This isn't going to be a very long video, but it's going to be the best damn information you're going to receive probably all week, right? We're going to talk about gambling and positive EV betting with Odds Jam, but I'm going to focus a lot on talking about the losing days and give you a dose of reality, right? Because social media, everybody just wants to post all their winning tickets. I've done it. I'm at fault as well. And I am going to give you just a really honest look at what you can expect, right? So let's dive into my experience, what I have. I'm going to show you some different days, some different examples, and just really help give you a concrete, solid foundation on what you can expect if you want to dive into this arena. Guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Billy C. I'm a very passionate sports gambler. I love using OddsJam. I talk about their tools, how they can help make me money, how they can make you money. We can also help educate you as a sports bettor so that you can beat the books, because the books aren't going to teach you how to do it. You have to do it for yourself. And that's what this channel is here to do. So thanks for stopping by. If you like this type of content, please smash the thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about what I'm about to tell you right now? How's your experience been with OddsJam, right? I really want to know. So let's dive into the numbers. Let me show you some examples that I went through myself, and it can really help provide some value for you moving forward. So, link in the description is a 1 week free trial for OddsJam, and I highly recommend you guys try it, whether you want to arbitrage bet or positive EV bet, right? So, positive EV betting obviously has a lot more risk than arbitrage betting. Arbitrage betting is a very nice way to make some easy cash risk free. What I'm here to show you is my March, okay? And it's not to gloat and show you that I've made a bunch of money, $1,400. And to some of you, that's a decent amount of money. To some of you, that's nothing. Okay. All in the eyes of the beholder. But what I want to show you is this. Maybe you're like, hey, Billy, I'm going to take you up on this 1 week free trial with OddsJam. And you sign up on March 12th. And I only placed 3 bets on March 12th, right? Because I don't know, life got in the way. I was kind of busy. And you make $77. You're like, hey, all right, cool, cool. And then you go and lose 5 straight days in a row. And then you go, what the hell is this OddsJam? Is this positive EV stuff? Is this made up? What is it? This is bullshit. I would go on to say that if you signed up for a 1 week free trial, you would probably, after your 3rd day, think of, after the 15th, be like, I might quit. And then after the 16th, you're like, oh, I'm definitely quitting this. This makes me no money, right? You hear the word variance a lot. So I want you guys to understand, I'm not here to deter you from positive EV betting. I do it every day. I absolutely love it. It's the best way to make a lot of money. A lot of money might be to you $500, $1,000, $5,000, $15,000, $50,000. All of it is possible. It really is. There are plenty of different users of the use OddsJam on Twitter. Their numbers are absolutely true. Okay. The point that I want to get across to you is we talk about variance a lot, and this isn't going to sink and sit with you really well. This point isn't going to land with you too much because you didn't experience this. But the reason that I'm able to bet every single day is because I understand what variance is, and I understand and I believe the data. I have belief in a data-driven sports betting world that I am in that's going to work out, but you're going to go through ebbs and flows. You're going to lose multiple days in a row. You're going to lose 3 out of 4 days. If you do this every day or 95% of the calendar days in the year, it's going to happen, right? 5 straight days, I lose $3,000 from the 13th to the 17th, right? It would be so easy for me to be like going to bed on St. Patrick's Day, being like, you know what? I don't think maybe I should take like Saturday off, right? Or maybe this positive EV betting, this isn't for me. But no, I get up off the floor and I make $5,300 over the next 5 days. Okay. So whatever your unit size that you're betting, $5, $2, $25, $1,000 a play, whatever it is, if you're positive EV betting, this is going to happen. You have to have the stomach. You have to be able to ride these waves. I love to think of it as I'm on a surfboard, right? I'm riding these waves, right? And sometimes that big wave's coming and I don't time it right and I get smashed from the 13th to the 17th. Or the big wave's coming and I time it perfectly and I ride that baby for as long as she'll go and I get 5,300. Also, just kind of a quick note, guys. Like when I look at these days that I'm betting, just so you kind of understand, because I'm fully transparent, right? I'm not betting crazy odds here. So my losses here, like on the 16th, where I lost a lot of money, like minus 115, minus 122, even money, plus 100, plus 134, minus 110. I'm just focusing on my losses here. Plus 102, plus 105, plus 120, minus 110, minus 110. Kind of get the gist here. I'm not betting on plus 350s on I'm betting on the flip of a coin, 50-50 shots. So nothing's too crazy here, right? Mainline plays that you see all the time. I just happen to go and have a bad stretch. Now down here, as I scroll down a bit, you can see this is the number one factor. We'll talk about this all the time. It's beating CLV. If you don't know what it is, in real quick layman's terms, it's the closing line value, right? So if you get odds, say at minus 110 for 49ers money line, and then at kickoff, it's 49ers money line. If you wanted to bet, it would be at minus 120. You beat the closing line value. You got a better price than what at kickoff what it was, right? So I got a better price during this stretch from the 13th to the 17th, 71% of the time. And in my opinion, if you're 60% or higher, that's fantastic, right? An example of losing closing line value is you bet 49ers money line at minus 110, and at kickoff, they're plus 105. Well, you could, if you would have waited, you could have got a better price, right? The key here is I only won 39% of my bets. And I just showed you an example of like the odds that I'm betting at. So it's not ridiculous. And then if we go and look from the 18th to the 22nd down here in March, 18th to the 22nd, oh, the closing line value is 69%. So obviously I'm staying very consistent, but I won 59% of my bets. Okay. So in the end, I ended up making a decent amount of money. And that's not the point. The point is the losing days, guys. You're going to learn the most from your losing days. This is very, very real. And you have to have the stomach for it. If you don't, then you shouldn't be in this. Don't do it. Okay. I've had plenty of people 3 out of the first 4 days using OddsJam, they lose. Like right here, this happens. This happens to everybody. And they get like, hey, man, that's because they don't have the confidence. And that's okay. It takes a lot of time. So whatever unit size that you're betting with, and you want a positive EV bet, or you want to try this 1 week free trial, you got to cut that shit in half. Okay. You got to cut it down to a small size because you need to understand. So if you like to bet $25 a play, start betting $5 a play and then positive EV bet. And I understand that this isn't the cheapest tool, and what OddsJam and the programs that they offer isn't the cheapest thing, right? It's easy for me to say that because I'm betting $175 a play, right? But this is what you need to understand, that if you want to bet positive EV betting, the swings are going to happen. And it's not like you're doing anything wrong. No, you're just in a bad stretch of variance. You're having some tough luck. CLV is the one metric that we can use to determine if we're profitable or not profitable. It's the one constant. Okay. So if you dive into this 1 week free trial and you have 4 days in a row, it's quite possibly that you're not doing anything wrong. You just got some bad luck. It happens. So again, I'm not here to deter you if you want a positive EV bet. I love it. I think it's the greatest thing I've ever found in the last like 5 years. I think it is. It's the best. It's just, this happens all the time. All the time. And when you're on Twitter, all you're going to see is people posting their winning slips. It's fake. It's not fake in that their slips aren't real, but it doesn't tell the whole story. I mean, yeah, during this stretch, do you think maybe when I went to bed at night thinking to myself, hey, man, maybe we shouldn't do this? Yeah, happens a lot. But the reason I do it is because I know that the data is sound. I know what I'm doing sound. I'm confident what I'm doing. And I've been doing it for a long time. So when you use smaller unit sizes and you don't get greedy, because this is a long man's game, it's a long play, you're going to be able to see, you're going to be able to ride those waves, deal with the variance, and know what you got coming up on the horizon. So you can get better prepared. Then you can add your unit size and increase it. The last thing that I'll leave you with, guys, and again, reach out to me on Twitter, leave a comment below. It doesn't cost you a dime. Absolutely free. Use me as a free resource. Any questions that you have. Okay. I'm not here to sell you a bullshit product that I don't believe in. I believe in this. I use it. I know that it works. Right? This is a grind. I love it. I love this. It's an absolute grind. Okay. That we're going in, we're placing a lot of bets, and you got to believe in the math. So I understand that this isn't for everybody. Arbitraging, in my opinion, is a slam dunk home run. Get on that right away. It's risk-free cash that, unless you make a mistake, which can happen from time to time, arbitrage betting, but for the most part, it's very minimal that will happen. You're going to make a lot of money, okay? But if you have a higher risk tolerance, a taste to make higher returns, this is how you can with positive EV betting. But if you want to jump into this arena, this is what's going to happen. And this video that I'm making isn't going to really drive the point home for you until you sit in the driver's seat and you find out for yourself when you lose 3 days or 4 days in a row. And you're going to be like, what the hell is OddsJam talking about? Everybody's making money. And especially this happens all the time where I pull up a certain particular day and I'm like, I lost $700 today. And then I go on Twitter and see some guy made $600. And it's possible because in different states, different odds and different opportunities arise. So it's always different. It's a different story for everybody, right? So whenever you decide to go to a positive EV betting, your story and your path is going to be completely different than mine. We're still doing the same thing, but in terms of what we're betting on and how we're betting it, it's going to be completely different. So it's not, you can't look across the room and see this guy and be like, okay, yeah, we're all doing this together the same. It's completely different. Again, reach out to me. I know it's a long ass rant, but I just kind of want to show you guys this is reality. It's not always going to be a winning day every day. There's going to be some stretches where you're going to have it, but this is what's really happening. Okay. I believe in the numbers. I believe in the data. It's going to work out in the long run, but in the short term, sometimes it's really tough to stomach. I get that. I cannot thank you guys enough for stopping by and checking out the video. Again, smash the thumbs up button. Make sure to comment and subscribe. I really appreciate you stopping by. My name is Billy C, and I'll catch you in the next video.